Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. Another film review today, and it is the 2013 movie Snowpiercer. Yes, late to the party again, I know. This is one of those movies again that I've had on my to watch list for such a long time, and I finally got around to seeing this film. Initially, when it was first released, it went completely under the radar. And when I was like doing some research for this movie, as it turned out, it was kind of treated badly by the studio, Harvey Weinstein in particular, who felt it was too complex for audiences. Which, yeah, that's producers for you. Now, Snowpiercer is based on a French graphic novel, as you can see on the screen there. And it was adapted to the screen by director June Hobong, who made The Host. And it's got an impressive cast. It's got Chris Evans, it's got John Hurt, it's got Tilda Swinton, it's got Jamie Bell, amongst others, and some that I'm not going to mention because there'll be nice little surprises when you watch the movie yourself if you've never seen it. And it tells the story of it's the Earth is frozen basically. Some event happened, the Earth is frozen over, and life can't survive. And the only survivors of the human race is they all live on this train, the Snowpiercer. And there's loads and loads and loads of carriages. And at the front, you've got the rich and the powerful. In the middle, you've got the middle class, and right at the back, you've got the lowest of the low, the poorest, economy class, whatever you want to call it. So it's like economy, middle class, first class. But the ones at the back of the train have been treated badly for so long that they've had enough, and they want to revolt, and they want to get through to the front of the train and have a better life for themselves, because all they've got really to eat back there are these awful like protein bars that they're given to eat, and that's all they've got to eat really. And it's shocking conditions that they're living in, and they're treated terribly by the rich and the powerful on the train. So they've had enough. So it's a very political story. It's politically charged in that sense, and it's giving you quite a powerful message really in that sense, you know, in regards to class. And so they've had enough. They decide to revolt, and Chris Evans, along with John Hurt and a lot of others, Jamie Bell, they decide to charge through, charge the guards, because they make an assumption that the guards actually who are guarding them don't have any bullets, and they haven't had any bullets for years. And when they test that theory out initially, it's true. And so they start the revolt, and they start going from carriage to carriage to lead up to the front. And they really want to get to the front of the train to get to the leader of the train, or it's hard to describe it. It's called Wilford, and he was like the creator of the train, the guy behind it, but he's almost like God now, and he's treated as such. There's all these propaganda videos and stuff that are played throughout the train, and he's revered like some kind of god. And they really want to get to the front and make life better for themselves. But this film is so visually striking. I mean, it's got such a powerful story, and it's got some great action in it that's filmed really in a real unique way. But the cast is absolutely top notch. This is the best I've ever seen Chris Evans acting, as good as he is in all the Marvel stuff and whatever. You don't put Chris Evans at the top of your list in regards to an actor. Well, you kind of think twice when you watch him in this. He gives a very, very powerful performance. And he's backed up massively by some amazing performance. I mean, Tilda Swinton, who plays Mason, a character called Mason, who apparently, when I researched this, was based on Margaret Thatcher. She does like this really sinister northern dictator role, and she's so horrible it's such a unique take on a character that I've never seen before. And Tilda Swinton just absolutely knocked it out of the park with this performance. She was one of the standouts. But everybody's good. Jamie Bell's good in this movie. John Hurt is amazing. He's always amazing. But visually as well. I mean, as they move from carriage to carriage, they start at the back where it's all grimy and dirty and scruffy and disgusting. And each carriage they move up, there's just something more visually amazing to look at. There's like a school, there's like a classroom, there's like little restaurants, discos, gardens, hanging meat. I mean, you name it. And there's like a massive aquarium in one of them as well, where there's literally fish and sharks swimming around everywhere as they're walking through. The design and the aesthetics of this movie just kind of take your breath away, really. And how this film at the time, well, I know why it was kind of ignored, was because the film studios shoved it under a bus. But I'm really, really glad that it did find an audience after the way it was treated, and it is rightly regarded as a truly amazing movie. There's no negatives that I could really give this movie at all, really. I mean, there's a couple of scenes where it gets a little bit confusing, where there's fight scenes and the lights go out and you're not sure what's going on, but that was kind of the point. You weren't really supposed to know what was going on. Other than that, I can't really give you any negatives. I suppose the only negative you can give it is there's no positivity about it. It's just grim. The whole thing's grim. Even the ending's grim. I mean, you get a glimmer of hope, but it kind of kicks you in the balls from the start to finish, this film. But it can't be denied. It's a spectacular film. I'm really, really glad I watched it now. I can see what everybody was raving about.